What is up, metalheads? What is up? It is Heavy Metal Pokemon here, and I am bringing you our Week 3 battle versus Dan and the Roseradenborg, something like that. The name's hard to pronounce. I had it at one point, and then I'm not looking at it, so I can't pronounce it. So, if you have not checked out the team builder, be sure to check it out down below. I will link it, I swear. Real quick before we get started, if you would also like to get a Heavy Metal Pokemon shirt, be sure to check that out down in the description. I will also be having an update for Colorado Mamoswine shirts coming out. If you have not checked out the PMC video that was just released Friday, sure check that out. We in like Flint, so we got some hype coming for that. Alright, real quick, so let's go over the team. We have our Light Clay Ninetales, our defensive Gyarados with Thunder Wave and Taunt, a Choice Banded Icebox, Psychic Conversion Porygon, Physical Tapu Koko, and our kind of walling slug guy, Gastrodon. So Dan is bringing a scary team. As I said in the team builder, he's got some scary stuff, and he decided to bring all of it. Well, not so scary, but everything else is pretty scary. He's got the Lucario, and like I said, if he brings a nasty plot full special variant, this thing will just destroy my team no matter what I bring. The only real kind of wall to it is Gastrodon, but anything else can get like super effective coverage for it. So that's a problem. Weavile is just fast. It gets access to Metal Claw, which hurts my team. Gets access to Brick Break, and it's able to. It's really fast and can just do stuff to the team. Goodra is a huge problem. Spadef is through the roof. Its special attack is a monster. This thing is just a beast, and it's going to be hard to take care of. Mimikyu with that disguise ability is broken. And if you were to bring a Focus Sash, it's like 2 sashes. So that's crazy. So it gets like double setup and you just win. Could be bad. Necrozma is really cool with its ability, essentially having all of super effective damage on it, unlike Multiscale where it has to get full. This is like all the time. But most likely it's not going to be like too big of a threat. I see it this week coming as a rock set or a screen set or something like that. And then we have Kamala. I'm not sure what kind of set he's going to run on that. Could be a Wish Passer for the team. Something like that. But let's get right into the battle, guys. Let's adjust the speed. I like that. Okay, there you go. 1.5 speed, so we're less than the hail turns. Alright, so we see that Dan is issuing a challenge. We're both the smug guy. So we're going to lead off Tapu Koko. He's going to lead off with the Lucario. Now here I'm checking the calcs. I'm like, okay, Wild Charge is a one-shot for me unless he's got some HP investment, and as long as he's not a Life Orb Adamant variant, as we see him outspeed here, he wasn't killing. So we get a fair trade, because once this thing is gone, now the team can wreck shop. Unfortunately, Cocoa Puffs had to go down, but I feel we got the better trade out in that matchup, because now our team kind of just opens up against it. So we're going to go into Ninetales so we can get our Hail up. Hopefully get up Auroraville, but he makes a great play and goes into the Weavile. So this thing does get access to Metal Claw this gen. It's very inaccurate, but I'm not going to take that risk. So I'm going to switch out into Gyarados here. Get the Intimidate off, and this thing can't touch me from here. Alright, so that's what's going to go down. We're going to see the Metal Claw. He does miss, unfortunately. Like I said, not really going to matter against Gyarados. We're going to eat the hit, and we're going to get leftovers anyways. So here I'm going to throw out a Thunder Wave. Whatever comes in going to be slowed down, except for the Kamala, obviously. But he goes for a Toxic, so interesting set there. We see the Metal Claw, and we see Toxic on this thing. So that's going to really hinder Gyarados through the game, and not allow us to use Gyarados the way we need to, because it's a very nice bulky attacker here for us now that Lucario is gone. So we get the T-Wave off on the Weavile. If he wants to stay in and try and do stuff, we're going to go for a Waterfall here. It's going to hurt everything that comes in, break the disguise on the Mimikyu, and not really do much to the Goodra. But we do see that he goes into the Kamala here, the Huffington, and we're going to hit it. And that's going to do about 50. But then after the Hail, takes it down below 50, and I don't think we see any leftovers. Yep. So yeah, no leftovers, so we're going to see Toxic here on Gyarados, and it's really hindering me. But I can stay in here and I can go for another Waterfall. And even go out into the Ehio Prisma here on our Waterfall, and this does 0, so this thing is very tanky. Okay, it doesn't do 0, it does about 25%. So here I'm taking up Toxic, and I'm like, ugh. But I gotta stay in, I gotta get this, I gotta taunt this thing, I can't let it just sit here. I'm gonna take a huge amount here from the Toxic again. The Electric Train is gonna disappear. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna taunt here. We do see that we do outspeed, so that speed investment did come in clutch, and no reflect here. Alright, so we're going to get up some leftovers, and then here, like I said, we're going to take this huge poison, and it's going to take us down, but I'm like, alright, we're still good. Gyarados now has still pivoting ability to come in and intimidate that Weavile for us, or the Mimikyu. So, I'm going to go out into my Ninetales here, so I can set up my Aurora Veil finally. He's going to go ahead and also withdraw, because I don't think he can do anything, so he's going to go out into the Huffington. And here I make a questionable play. I probably should have gone for Blizzard, but I went for Moonblast just in case he wanted to go Weavile. But I mean, pretty sure he wouldn't. But I mean, just in case he wanted to make that predict. We're gonna see the Rock Slide come out. This is not gonna kill us here. We're gonna live. So I'm like, okay, with that damage, I can set up my Aurora Veil and be safe, and have enough HP to come back in and set the Hail if I need to. So I'm gonna get the Aurora Veil off as he switches into Mimikyu, and I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go for max damage output here. I'm gonna click that button. So we're gonna click Blizzard here. We do see that Annabelle is leftovers, which is good to know. So we're gonna click it. Gonna make the fade, obviously, to the skies, and we're gonna see a Thunder Wave coming here from the Mimikyu. But that's okay. I'm like, that's alright. That's perfectly fine. If there's something to be Thunder Waved on my team, I'm glad it's this. Because all I needed to do is just set up Hail, so that way more and more stuff goes down, gives me access to have Icebox come back in and sweep. So we're going to pull a double into Gyarados here. Or not really a double. We're going to switch into Gyarados here. And we're going to get the Intimidate off. We're going to see a Play Rough come through. It's going to hit. As you see, it does 0. No more hail damage there, so that's nice. But like I said, we can set that up later since we kept the Ninetales in the back. So here I'm like, I don't need to do anything, so I can just go ahead and click Waterfall, get any damage off on this guy. Or no, I click Thunder Wave here. That's my item, right? I click Thunder Wave here. I'm like, if he wants to stay in and do anything, on my Thunder Wave, it's going to slow it down, so it can't do anything. But we get the Thunder Wave off on the Goodra here. And I'm alright, so I'm going to make a play. He gets paralyzed here. We're in a good spot. If he doesn't get paralyzed, we're okay. We shouldn't take a million from this hit unless he predicts us. But he does not. He goes for a nice, safe play, catch voice in front of him, which is good. And that's the Gyarados. So he goes for the Thunderbolt. Doesn't do a lot. And we're going to be doing our dance. And here we go. We're going to be getting the No Mini MZ. Going to boost our conversion. So we're going to Z conversion here. Transform into a Psychic type. He's going to go for the Focus Blast. He connects. Keynote Dan has hit every Focus Blast. I think he's 5 for 5 so far. So on the following turn after he hits that Focus Blast, we're going to go for a Side Shock. It KOs standard Spadef Goodra. So I'm not sure what the max roll was, but I think even if he was max defense, he was going down. Alright, so we're going to go for the, what's that, Signal Beam on the Ehio Prisma here, the Necrozma, as like I said, though, since the damage is halved or crit or whatever, it doesn't take him out. So he's able to get up a light screen, and we're able to take this thing out here. Next up, he's going to go into his Mimikyu, and I'm going to go for a Side Shock. It does not kill. Now, if he had gone for a Shadow Claw here, it would have taken me down to low enough to where he could have Shadow Sneaked the following turn, and I would have, this would have been gone, and he would have had a pretty, Annabelle in a pretty good spot, actually, and it wouldn't need to be at +2. Adamant would have KO'd. So, but we do see that he goes for the Destiny Bond there now that he's faster after the T-Wave, and Annabelle's going to go down and it's going to take us down with it, unfortunately. So 3 kills for Rubber Ducky, and putting in a lot of work, getting rid of that Goodra for us, which that's been a big pain. So now we can go into Kiowa here and get up to the Hail against the Weavile. And I'm going to stay in here because I'm like, yeah, either gets paralyzed or he misses. We Moonblast, we get rid of this thing. But he go ahead and he hits the Metal Cloud, which is great. I would feel bad if, you know, he missed that Focus Blast. He got paralyzed at any point. I really hate when Hacks goes down like that. But I'm kind of also playing off it a little bit, but not like relying on it. That's not what I want. And I'm just like, if this happens, it puts me in a better spot. So here, since we had the Leech Life and Choice Band, we're in the Hail. We can just click it. So down goes Huffington. So Icebox finally getting to do some stuff. Finally getting to get some kills in here. And out comes the Weavile again. And we're just going to click the Choice Band Leech Life again. Super effective damage. And gone. That thing just drops. That is the game, ladies and gentlemen. So great battle to my friend Dan. A very good battler. And, you know, I think just that misplay there on the Goodra versus the Porygon. Knowing that Z conversion was going to come out, I mean, it's obvious Z conversion. Nothing against Dan here, but for me, seeing this play, I'm like, okay, he's going to go. He goes to the Mimikyu on my conversion, and he does exactly what, you know, I had thought, but he kind of went more passive with it, and it works. Unfortunate for Dan. That's just kind of how it went down. Be sure to check out Dan down in the description down below. If he posts his battle up before this, I will try and grab that so you can have his side as well. Be sure to check out. Just get out of here. Be sure to check out my assistant coaches Aster and Jose down in the description below. Be sure to tune back in on Tuesday. I don't know why I have it too. On Tuesday for our battle review with Aster and hopefully Jose. And as always, bros, keep gaming.
Don't work. Gonna stay in. Spin block there. Doesn't do anything. And let's go for a dynamic punch. There's a star. Let's see. Let's try and get just to see.